Good morning. That's a tough act to follow. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Canandaigua. My name's Sarah Gillespie, and it's such a pleasure to be with you all this morning. I'm joined by Reverend Emily, one of our associate ministers this morning, and by a lot of you who are incredible musicians who will be helping to lead the service. We'll be doing things a little bit different this Sunday, as you can already see, and we're really excited to have a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, a lot of revelry in all forms, so you have been warned. The only other announcement I have this morning is that the Green Sanctuary team is going to be meeting after this service, so if you are going to stay for that, see Rita over here, and she will gather you all later. Our last announcement, as always, is to silence your cell phones or anything that might make noise. We want to hear all the beautiful noises, but not the electronic noises this morning. In doing that, we prepare our hearts, our minds, our bodies for this celebration of life together.
Now let us sing, 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 sing. Now let us sing, 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 sing. Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Now let us sing,
sing to the power of the faith within.
Now let us sing,
sing to the power of the faith within.
Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Now let us
sing to the power of the faith within. Sing to the power of the faith within.
Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the love within. Now let us
sing to the power of the love within.
Now let us
sing to the power of the love within.
Lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the love within. Now let us
sing to the power of the joy within. Sing to the power of the joy within.
lift up your voice, be not afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the joy within. Yeah. So it's the month of Revelry, and we have some dance, we have some song, we have some instruments to play some music, and we'll do some different things. And so here's a song. Well, we're all gonna shine today, we're all gonna shine. We're all gonna shine today, all down the line. We're all together today, we're feeling fine. So when the sun's up high in the brightest sky, we're gonna shine. Well, we're gonna sing today, we're all gonna sing. We're all gonna sing today, we're gonna make those rafters ring. We're all together today, and it's just the right thing. So when the sun's up high in the brightest sky, we're gonna sing. And we're all gonna dance today, we're all gonna dance. We're all gonna dance today, a deep dance. We're all together today, and we're clapping our hands. And when the sun's up high in the brightest sky, we're gonna dance. So we're all gonna shine today, we're all gonna shine. Well, we're all gonna shine today, all down the line.
As we prepare for a time of meditation and prayer, I invite those of you who are not in the choir to get comfortable in your seats. Let your feet find the floor, your shoulders drop down from your ears. And I welcome the choir forward to lead us in a musical meditation this morning. So please turn inward with me now. May our ears and hearts be open to receive. We have shared continue to heal us and hold us all. Amen. So I've had several really powerful, formative experiences and memories of growing up in church, many of which propelled me toward ministry. And most of those memories, if not all of them, included music. Music has kind of marked my faith journey from the time that I could stand on that pew with my parents and sing to the time I sang at my confirmation or when I sang at General Assembly last year with my colleagues and friends. But music is kind of hard to talk about, so I'm going to do less of that, and I'm actually going to sing about it instead. And I'm going to use my newest and most revelry-inducing instrument, my ukulele. And this song is called Can't Help But Smile. It's actually a song about what it means to play the ukulele. And there are two verses. I'm going to make a slightly fun church edit to the end of the second verse. So see if you can catch that. And I'm really new at this, so I'm nervous and I'm going to make mistakes. So I appreciate you guys smiling at me anyway. It's no secret that we love the ukulele. It is a passion we can't deny. And the reason's clearly written on our faces. And we'd be happy to tell you why. Can't help but smile. Can't help but smile. Smile, can't help but sing, can't help but strum, can't help but feel like we're on some Hawaiian isle. So fine, when we all play together as one, and life is good. For a while, can't help but sing, can't help but strum, can't help but smile. When it seems as if the world is on your shoulders, your skies are gloomy, you're feeling blue. There is one thing that is sure to bring the sun out, so won't you join me and smile too? Can't help but smile, can't help but smile. When we come to church together, can't help but smile, can't help but sing, can't help but strum, can't help but feel like we're on some Hawaiian isle. So fine, help but sing, can't help but strum, can't help but smile.
So Jim Bailoff, who wrote this wonderful book and that wonderful song, continues like me to be inspired by this power of the ukulele. His company even has this motto, "Uke can change the world." And he believes that you can't hear this instrument without smiling, and I agree with him. And this is part of the theology of the ukulele for me, is that it only takes one strum on this light, portable, inexpensive instrument to make you smile, to bring you joy. Playing it is a constant reminder for me that life is a celebration, even amidst its hardest moments. It's a reminder for me to smile, even at the times when I don't feel like it. It's a reminder for me, too, that music and faith rely on one another, especially when it comes to creating joy in our whole bodies, mind, soul, spirit. And so I guess the reasons I play the ukulele are also the reasons that I come here to church. And what better way for us to be a people of revelry this morning than for us to come to church together to create smiles and to create joy in our whole selves. And what does that look like other than dancing as well? So we're going to try some of that this morning too.
So it begins with force. No was not the answer. It begins 4 steps back and clap your hands. Ready, set, and here we go. And forward and clap your partner. And back. And forward and clap. 2 hands down. And face your partner. Circle left. And back to the right. Right hand your partner. And left to the next. And face your partner. 4 steps back, and here we go.
special talent to get a whole room of you used to dance. Just saying. You might want to put that on your resume. So I found out recently from my mother that my father used to sit at the back of my dance recitals as a child with his hand over his eyes and say to her, Emily doesn't know her left from her right. I don't think this is going to go very well. So it's true that I'm terrible at left versus right. And visual spatial orientation is not a strength of mine. I run into furniture. I get lost in my own neighborhood. I find myself hunting for my car in the parking lot after just having gone in for some bagels. It's just not something that I came into the world with a strength in. However, as you have just witnessed, I still dance. And even though I'm not particularly strong at holding a note, in music, I still sing. So each of us has gifts and blessings and weaknesses. In the natural world, this is particularly evident. No one can waddle quite like a duck. No one can paddle with the ease of a beaver, nor smoothly soar like a hawk. Even the bird cat cannot mimic the exact sound of a nightingale, nor an actor on the stage make the same cry as a wildcat. Our movements are different, our sounds are different, and yet in our differences we are strangely the same. Each of us part of a world of creatures with our own quirks and flaws. Recently, I saw some public advertising for people asking them to consider being foster parents. I don't know if you've seen these advertisements, but they're excellent. They have kind of this sunken birthday cake. Obviously, didn't go perfectly well, this baking project. And underneath it, it says, you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. So you may not even need a lot of visual spatial orientation to laugh and dance with your friends, or to sing along at the campfire. And thankfully, I didn't know about my dad's concerns about my dance recitals. All I knew was that I loved the costumes and the lights and the excitement, the showering of affection from my parents at the end, even if I had been the only kid moving right, and everyone else was going left. There have been moments, however, when I did know others' opinions of my skills or abilities, heard their doubts more loudly, and their concerns deeply influenced my perception of myself and my ability to perform. So often we hear criticism much more loudly than we hear affirmation. One of my mentors is an interplay teacher. He says, never underestimate the body's need for reassurance. Reassurance that even though we are short-sighted or bad at math or prone to procrastination or grumpy or petty or jealous, we are still, believe it or not, good enough. Good enough to sing, to dance, to make revelry, just as we are. Often I've learned that it's these things in life that I'm most afraid of, be it making art or taking a risk in a relationship or letting go of a judgment, that have been the most transformative. And if I had believed all the doubts or all the stories that I was not that skilled or too weak in an area to begin, I would never have had those moments on the stage, in the lights, getting to perform, even if I was going in the wrong direction. To close, a poem called Buddha's Last Instruction. Make of yourself a light, said the Buddha before he died. I think of this every morning as the east begins to tear off its many clouds of darkness, to send up the first signal, a white fan streaked with pink and violet and even green. An old man, he lay down between the two solid trees, and he might have said anything knowing it was his final hour. The light burns upward, it thickens and settles over the fields. Around him, the villagers gathered and stretched forward to listen. Even before the sun itself hangs in the blue air, I am touched everywhere by its ocean of yellow waves. No doubt he thought of everything that had happened in his difficult life. And then I feel the sun itself as it blazes over the hills, like a million flowers on fire. Clearly I'm not needed, and yet I feel myself turning into something of inexplicable value. Slowly beneath the branches, he raised his head. He looked into the faces of that frightened crowd. Make of yourself a light. Make of yourself a light. Amen. Blessed be.
You have the words. Please help us sing. It's got a refrain. Like it says, all God's critters got a place in the choir. Some sing low, some sing high. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands, pause, or anything they got now. Anyone who feels so moved to play the rhythm band, well, the instruments are there waiting for you. Don't hesitate. You'll hear a little rhythm at the end of each verse. I should say at the end of each refrain. And the refrain rhythm goes like this.
Let's do it again.
Everyone grab a hand of someone next to you. As we put out our flame this morning, we extinguish this flame, but not light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Join us for worship every Sunday at 10 a.m. at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Canandaigua, a welcoming congregation. We are located at 3024 Cooley Road, 4 miles west of South Main Street, Canandaigua, just north of the intersection with Routes 5 and 20. Look for the blue signs just before the turn. Your comments about this program or questions about the church are welcome at 585-396-1370 or at our website www.canandaiguauu.org. Producer and editor Daniel Brigham.